Earlier today, I uploaded the Video Game All-Stars movie, and nobody seems to be watching it. So today, I already gave you what y'all wanted and nobody is watching it, so now I'm giving y'all what I want. A tier list based on a YouTuber known as Storgy's Arcade. If you don't know who he is, he's a YouTuber who mainly makes fighting game videos. One of his more popular series is Build the Roster, where he takes a hypothetical fighting game and builds a dream roster around it. And he's done a lot of games. Ever since the start with Marvel vs. Capcom 4, he's been pushing out tons of hits. And so today, I put together this tier list, taking together all of his builder rosters and seeing which one's the best. This will be based on, I think, two things. One, roster size and choices, and two, playstyles. Well, we're kind of just rating these on roster size and choices. Like, depending on how big it is, and, like, if the choices themselves are good. Or are most of them just filler. So let's start off the tier list with Marvel vs. Capcom 4, the game that kicked off Build Roster. In fact, I even made an entire list of all the games. And oh boy, it is long. Look, 20 pages worth of content. And it ends right here. So anyways, his dream roster for Marvel's Capcom 4 is Ryu, Dante, Phoenix Wright, Captain Commando, Morrigan, Monster Hunter, Strider Hero, Zero, Wesker, Virtual, Tron Bond, Mega Man, Rashid, Nero, Lady, Akira, Leon Kennedy, Donovan, Edward Falcon, Nina, Asura, Lord Raptor, Jury, Princess Devilot, Ken, Lilith, Claire Redfield, Apollo Justice, Base Urian, BB Hood, Mr. X, Base EXE, Chun-Li, Jin Satome, Rui Hara, Beautiful Joe, Sylvia, Proto-Man, Wolverine, Hulk, Deadpool, Magneto, Spider-Man, Storm, Black Panther, Thanos, Captain America, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Doctor Doom, Daredevil, Blade, Magic, Nightcrawler, The Thing, Star-Lord, Miss Marvel, Squirrel Girl, Mystique, Green Goblin, Loki, Scarlet Witch, Abomination, Gwenpool, Miles Morales, War Machine, Bullseye, Hela, Juggernaut, Venom, Carnage, Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, Cable, Thor, Kate Bishop, and Wiccan. So, in total, that is definitely over 70 fighters. But some of those you may notice seem very similar to existing characters, such as Ken and Ryu being the obvious ones, Lilith and Morgan, Claire and Leon, Apollo and Phoenix, like Proto Man and Mega Man, Sylvia and Beautiful Joe, Base EXE and Base, and even on the Marvel side too, like Wiccan for Scarlet Witch, Kate Bishop for Hawkeye, let's see here, War Machine for Iron Man, Miles Morales for Spider-Man, Gwenpool for Deadpool, Abomination for Hulk, and Carnage for Venom. So yeah, it's definitely a lot. Some of those did get added in Part 2, which wasn't necessarily a build roster. In fact, it was just the rest of the game. But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 4 was big. So for that, since I like Marvel vs. Capcom, and I think some of the roster choices are good, like bringing back classic Mega Man, which I feel is superior to Mega Man X, who is in Infinite. Yeah, so both parts go in S tier because I just like his idea of Marvel vs. Capcom 4. It feels good. Then PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a game that flopped hard. A PlayStation exclusive Smash Bros. Clone that didn't work right and had a weird selection of characters. Well, let's see what his sequel plans are. Kratos, Kat, Heihachi Mishima, Jak and Daxter, Sackboy, Ratchet and Clank, Cole McGrath, Sir Daniel, Nathan Drake, Kratos from the God of War reboot, Raiden, Spike, Sweet Tooth, Dante, the classic Dante, also Heihachi Mishima is the old Heihachi, Fat Princess, Sly Cooper, Rapper the Rapper, Chloe Fraser, Cosmic Kiryu, William, Jin Sakai, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Cloud, Carmelita Fox, Captain Quark, The Hunter, Heather Mason, Ryu, Yu Narukami, Coco Bandicoot, Alloy, Tifa, Elizabeth Abe, and Etna. So the roster was essentially either characters who are PlayStation or characters related to PlayStation. Characters who are PlayStation are things like Nathan Drake, Jack and Daxter, Sackboy. Characters who are related to PlayStation are things like Heihachi Mishima, Dante, Ryu. Wanna know why? Well, take his reasoning for it, because he said that when Street Fighter V launched, it was a PlayStation 4 exclusive, before it eventually got an Xbox and PC release. So yeah, Ryu being here is justified, sort of like Heihachi being here. But I've never been big on PlayStation. Plus, some of the characters I've never even heard of. And some of them are just plain weird, so I don't know. Uh, well, at least that's Crash, but A tier, man. Then Injustice 3. He basically built it like it was the finale to Injustice. So, who is in this? Well, Static, Mr. Miracle, Flash, Green Arrow, Supergirl, Batman, Mr. Terrific, Superman, Wonder Woman, Black Adam, Green Lantern, The Batman Who Laughs, Antimatter, Superboy, Big Barda, Mary Marvel, Black Canary, Zatanna, Harley Quinn, Booster Gold, Robin, Lex Luthor, Aquaman, Omac, Eclipso, Darkseid, King Shark, Larfleeze, Vixen, Ra's al Ghul, Plastic Man, Kara, Melina, Invincible, and Judge Dredd. Three of those are guest characters. The last three. Melina from Mortal Kombat, Invincible from, well, Invincible, and Judge Dredd. I have no idea who Judge Dredd is. Anyways, but yeah, of course, there's obviously DLC to these games. So far, PS All Stars 2 is the only one that doesn't have DLC. Anyways, like, MVC4 had DLC, like Thor, Cable, Proto Man, Jin. So, yeah, Injustice. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, it makes sense why they put the Batman Who Laughs instead of the Joker. Like, this is a multiverse event. And then you just have, like, let me see. There's Supergirl, Superboy, and Superman. Somewhere. Yeah, Superman. Supergirl, Superman, and Superboy. That is three freaking super people from Krypton. As for other characters, Lex Luthor, Aquaman, Robin, Booster Gold. Oh yeah, we have new characters like Big Barda, Mary Marvel, Black Adam isn't new, Mr. Terrific. But then you have like DLC characters. King Shark, you know, the guy from the Kill Justice League game. Larfleeze, the little orange lantern goblin thing. Vixen, a sort of animal lady. Ra's al Ghul, a Batman villain. Plastic Man, stretchy guy. Kara, Earth Girl. And of course our three guest characters I said. Look, I like DC, but not as much as Marvel. Still though, A tier. Then Darkstalkers 4. Probably never gonna happen because Capcom. Arthur, Victor, D, Lord Raptor, Anita, Tessa, BB Hood, Jeddah, Donovan, John Taliban, Marionette, Pyron, Dimitri, Morgan, Felicia, Huitzel, Sasquatch, Lilith, Synco, Rico, Rishmon, QB, Anacris, Amingo, Calbit, and Shadow. So he essentially pulled off of Smash Bros. Ultimate and said everyone was returning. Because Darkstalkers has such a limited cast, so it would only make sense that this hypothetical Darkstalkers 4 would bring back everyone. And on top of that, adding other characters. Though he didn't create any entirely new Darkstalkers. He mainly just borrowed characters from other Capcom games, even Amingo at one point. And even some secret characters from previous Darkstalkers, like the Marionette, who's essentially Mirror Mode, and Shadow. Kinda like Marionette, except not really, no. It's not. It's not Marionette. Basically, you take control of one character, and then the character you KO'd, you can play as in the next match. That's how Shadow works. Thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of Darkstalkers. So, B tier, man. Some of the choices were just weird. And you will notice that Tesla pops up a lot. Anyways, next up is the first, no, not the first platform fighter, that goes to All Stars 2. The second one, Indie Smash. Basically taking a bunch of indie games and just piecing them all together. So, I'm back. Anyways, so, where are we? Oh yeah, Indie Smash. Meat Boy, Nidhogg, Otis, Sash Felix, Shovel Knight, Zagreus, Arizona, Cadence, Crow, Curling Quote, Philia, Hollow Knight, Zetaburn, Ukulele, Shantae, Sans, Ori, Miriam, Juan Aquacate, Hat King, The Drifter, Cuphead, Candyman, and The Beheaded. So yeah, I think it's a pretty decent indie roundup. But the one problem is, listen, it was made early on, so we can all agree it's outdated, right? I mean, we had a ton of other indie stars pop up recently. Characters such as that hermit crab from Another Crab's Treasure, or, trying to think, what? I don't know. But yeah, that hermit crab from Another Crab's Treasure. I think I heard that Another Crab's Treasure was pretty well received. And also, Dynamite Anderson, Peppino Spaghetti, and some of the assist characters. Why is the crewmate an assist character? You can make an entire Smash Bros. Moveset out of the crewmate from Among Us, and you choose him as an assist character? Okay, really, it makes sense, but because it's the crewmate. The imposter would make more sense as a fighter, but the imposter isn't on this list. So, A tier. It's good. I like Cuphead inclusion. Next up, Pokken Tournament 2, something I never thought I'd see happen. But, like, he also paired up trainers, but I forgot those. Zacian, Charizard, Garchomp, Machamp, Lucario, Pikachu, Vespiquen, Zeraora, Lycanroc, Noivern, Mimikyu, Greninja, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Sylveon, Frostlass, Urshifu, Scorbunny, Ivysaur, Nidoking, Kangaskhan, Obstagoon, Metagross, Deoxys, Feraligatr, Garbodor, Haxorus, Golisopod, Groudon, and Zoroark. Yeah, some of those were definitely DLC. So anyways, yeah, I think he kind of just made Pokken Tournament into an actual Tekken game. But there is no way we're getting a Pokken Tournament 2. I mean, first off, it was fun, but it wasn't anything spectacular. And second of all, this is Nintendo we're talking about. If you look at the status of Punch Out, yeah, do you think we're getting a Pokken Tournament 2? I like the idea though. B tier. At least I'm more familiar with Pokemon than Darkstalkers. Then a big one. Capcom versus SNK 3. And he put together a ton of teams. Team Metro City, Team Third Strike, Team. So here are the teams. I'm not just gonna repeat team over and over. Metro City, Third Strike, Taito Academy, World Warriors, Night Warriors, Shadowloo, Fatal, I don't know. Sakio Style, Capcom Bosses, Mark of the Wolves, Fatal Fury, Hero, Samurai Showdown, Women Fighters, K-Dash, Art of Fighting, Rivals, SNK Bosses, New Faces, Earth Power, Agents, Otherworld, Orochi, and Devil May Cry. Who are the characters? Well, Guy, Cody, Hagar, Dudley, Alex, Makoto, Kyosuke, Batsu, Haneda, Ken, Ryu, Chun-Li, Felicia, John Taliban, Sanko, Balrog, and Bison, Vega, Morgan, Juri, Poison, Sakura, Dan, Blanca, Akuma, Hyo, Pyron, Tizok, Rock, Bijane, Mai, Terry, Kim, Benimaru, Kyo, Shune, Nakuru, Haomaru, Darlie, Hibiki, King, Athena, Kula, K-Dash, Maxima, Yuri, Ryo, Kushnu, Butt. I feel the opportunity to say Kushnu, Butt again. Billy, Iori, Genjuro, Neo Dio, Reese, Silver, Alice Luong, Benderius, Rashid G. Minot, Vanessa, Blue Mary, Fio, Tessa, Ruby Heart and Rogue, Yamazaki, Rugal, and Shermie, and finally, V, Nero, and Dante. You're wondering why characters like Mega Man and Sir Arthur are left out. Well, the thing is, Capcom vs. SNK wasn't like Marvel vs. Capcom or Katsunoko vs. Capcom. Yeah, it was just like which characters would fit best in a fighting tournament. And I don't think a Robot Master from the year 20XX would fit well in a tournament. Unless it was hosted by Dr. Wily. Anyways, so yeah, Capcom vs. SNK 3. Thing is, there's a problem. I've never played Capcom vs. SNK. Big shocker, I know, but legitimately, I've never played any of the Capcom vs. SNK games whatsoever. And I kind of wish I would because, yeah. But hey, maybe I can try them out. And if Capcom vs. SNK 3 ever does come out, maybe I'll try it out. So, for now, A tier. Literally, the only S tier is Marvel vs. Capcom 4. And it looks like that's not going to change anytime soon. Oh, wait. BlazBlue cross Guilty Gear. Or Guilty Gear cross BlazBlue, depending on the way you look at it. It's a crossover, in-house crossover, because Arc System Works made both BlazBlue and Guilty Gear. So no legal problems there. So, on the Guilty Gear side, you have Soul, Kai, Noel, Potemkin, Chip, Hazama, May, Testament, Fox, Zeta1, Ramasal, Nagoriyuki, Biken, Jam, Giovanna, Justice, Leo, Jaka Valentine, and Order Soul. On the BlazBlue side, I think, that's BlazBlue. Ragnar, Jin, Dizzy, Iron Tiger, Bang, Ino, Makoto, New 13, 9, Silica, Hakumen, Raquel, Azrael, Hibiki, Bullet, Susanoo, Mai, Tsubaki, and Naoto. Look, anime is good. It's fine. It's nothing crazy, at least in my opinion. Okay, never mind. It might be something crazy. But I've never played BlazBlue or Guilty Gear. I've never even played their latest games like Calamity Trigger or Strive. I've never played any of them. But given there's a sale going on Steam right now, it might be a good chance for me to try out Guilty Gear. A tier. Castlevania Judgement 2. The only way I know Castlevania is because Smash Bros. Castlevania Judgement, the original Judgement, that's why it's a 2, it was an arena fighter. Okay, so who was the cast in this new sequel? Simon Belmont, Shanoa, Alcard, Richter Belmont, Maria Renard, Charlotte Allen, Soma Cruz, Trevor C. Belmont, Death, Elizabeth Bartley, Graham Jones, Valor, Isaac, Ortega, Carmilla, Dracula, Sophia Belnaldez, Julius Belmont, Gabriel Belmont, and Kid Dracula. Okay, that last one didn't even make sense. But hey, it's a spin-off. I don't know. First of all, I've never played Castlevania Judgement. I've never even heard of Castlevania Judgement. So when I saw the Castlevania Judgement 2 build roster, it came as a surprise to me. But yeah. B tier. It's actually pretty good, I'll admit. But now for one that I've actually heard of. One Piece FighterZ. If you know me a little bit, I love One Piece. I think it's entering its final saga this year, which is insane to think about. So why not just make a game similar to Dragon Ball FighterZ? Yeah, One Piece FighterZ, Dragon Ball FighterZ. So the idea of One Piece FighterZ is essentially, instead of a literal sequel to Dragon Ball FighterZ, like just shaking Dragon Ball and thinking of ways the characters could beat the snot of each other again, instead they're taking popular anime and thinking of ways that their characters could beat the snot of each other. And of all the animes, One Piece was the one that got chosen for this build roster. And I could not have been happier. Allow me to read you this large cast of characters. Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Nico Robin, Frankie, Brook, Jinbei, Carrot, Ace, Bull Hancock, Yamato, Crocodile, Doflamingo, Rob Lucci, Charlie Katakuri, Buggy, Marshall Teach, Aki Inu, Trafalgar Law, Useless Kid, Smoker, Kinemon, Eno, Sabo, Perona, Douglas Bullet, Whitebeard, Kuma, Kazuki Odin, Killer, Vince Smoke Judge, Black Arm Zephyr, Hoji Jones, Bartolomeo, Marco, Mihawk, Kuzan, and Kaido. Wow. That's a lot of One Piece. And look, it even has Doflamingo in Gear 4 Luffy. Tangoing. The thing is, would One Piece FighterZ ever happen? I think a good time for One Piece FighterZ to release would be now. I mean, think about it. I think One Piece is entering its final saga, so it only makes sense to do it. So, yeah, One Piece FighterZ is S tier. Because I love One Piece, and I think the characters are good. Anyways, now for Sonic, Sega Smash Bros. Basically, it's a what-if scenario. If Sakurai, instead of having Nintendo Smash Bros, it'd be Sega Smash Bros. So instead of a ton of Nintendo All-Stars, it'd be a ton of Sega All-Stars. But this is a platform fighter. So he went ahead and covered Sega Smash Bros. N64, Melee Brawl, Smash 4, and Ultimate. But I changed it to the Saturn since, well, this is Sega in the 90s. Of course Sonic's not gonna be on an N64. So I call it Sega Smash Bros. Saturn. Anyways, but essentially it's just Sega Smash Bros. Ultimate. But who are the fighters through this entire series? Well, prepare to have your minds blown, Sega nerds. Sonic, Knights, Elisa, Akira, Wonder Boy, Gilius, Edge, Axel, Tails, Alex Kidd, Candy, Gunstar Red / Boo, Knuckles, Dr. Eggman, All Nausea, Riala, Shadow, Gum, Beat, ToeJam and Earl, Bowie, Ulala, Pudding, Ryozuki, Joe, Vice, Amy, Blaze Fielding, Jackie Bryant, Mingo, and Mimi. Mimi's an alternate costume. Aika, Amity, Billy Hatcher, Tyrus, Joe Musashi, G, the Magician, Cosmic Kiryu, Orda, Mario, yes, the Mario. Nightmare, Hunter, Fighter, Gunner, Bayonetta, Jack Kamen, Welkin Gunter, Savaria Bless, Yu Narukami, Minato Arisado. That is a lot of Japanese names. Blaze the cat, not Blaze Fielding. Sakura Shinguchi, Rystar, Goro Majima, Centurion, Hornet, Hatsuma, Janet Marshall, Rodin, Joker, Echo, Yuma Ilburn, Shogun, Opa, John, whatever, Sarah Bryant, Gemini Sunrise, Ringo Ando, Claude Wallace, Jack Frost, Sagata Sanshiro, Zobio and Zobiko, and Cherry Hunter. There's a lot of Sega, man. Because it's Sonic, S tier immediately. But yeah, I think a Sega Smash Ultimate would be perfect. But then again, it's a what if scenario, so it's unlikely. Unless Sega does end up making some sort of like Sega All-Stars Brawl or something. Oh wait, Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Yeah. You know how Street Fighter Cross Tekken was a failure? Well, what if they made Tekken Cross Street Fighter, but made it good? So, on the Street Fighter side, yeah, Akuma, Dudley, Rashid, Luke, Dan, Fei Long, Chun-Li, Rose, Ryu, Ken, Sakura, Karen, Yurian, Cammy, Laura, Sagat, Goken, Sea Viper, Zangief, Alex, Juri, Sodom, Sean, Akira, Rainbow Mika, M. Bison, Evil Ryu, Seth, Blanca, Balrog, Guile, G, Ibuki, and Vega. On the Tekken side, you have Blind Fury, Yoshimitsu, Heihachi, Raven, King, Leroy, Kazuya, Nina, Eddie, Fakaram, Jin, Hwoarang, Asuka, Lily, Paul, Marshall, Lei, Zafina, Fengwei, Steve Fox, Julia, Bob, Xai, Leo, JC, Ogre, Elisa, Double-Jin, Kuma, Marduk, Dragunov, Lydia, Kunimitsu, and Lee. Oh my god. But yeah, if they can correct everything that went wrong with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, of course. I played both Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, so I feel like some new characters like Luke and Reina definitely deserve a spot in the roster. Anyways, S tier. Now for another one of my favorites. Tournament Fighters 2. Basically taking Tournament Fighters, the original Tournament Fighters, and making a sequel to it. But I don't know. I feel like it should be called Mutant Warriors, or at least Mutant Fighters. Because, okay, actually, never mind. Tournament Fighters 2 feels perfect because I just realized that Tournament Fighters is popular. Anyways, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, April O'Neil, Splinter, Shredder, Casey Jones, Bebop, Rocksteady, Krang, Karai, Rat King, Old Hob, Leatherhead, Alapex, Armagon, Tiger Claw, Mutagen Man, Wingnut, Metalhead, Renee, Slash, Chrome Dump, Sally Pride, Baron Draxum, Hothead, Baxter Stockman, Jenica, Super Shredder, Big Mama, Zog, Koya, and Miyamoto Usagi. You may have noticed that a lot of those characters are from the IDW comics. Yeah, that's because they're actually good. But I feel like that's an oversaturation. So, yeah. Also, the DLC has like 4 characters. Anyways, I feel like Tournament Fighters 2 should happen this year because if you couldn't tell already, this year is the 40th anniversary of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. From the original Mirage comics to the A's cartoon to the live action movie to that one live action show that no one talks about anymore because it's crap basically. The 2003 cartoon to that one Turtles Forever crossover to the 2012 cartoon to the Michael Bay produced movies to the Rise show to the Rise movie to Mutant Mayhem, and finally here we are today. S tier easily. I love Ninja Turtles. Now for Mega Man Fighters. Basically, not only did he take Mega Man, like the entirety of Mega Man, and put them together in Fighter, but he also made rosters for Classic Mega Man, Mega Man X, and Mega Man Battle Network. Arguably the three biggest Mega Man series ever. Yeah, sorry, Legends. Yeah, sorry to all you Legends, excuse me, Zero, ZX, and Star Force fans, but it's clear who the big winners are. Anyways, for the main Mega Man fighters, we have Mega Man, Roll, Proto Man, Guts Man, Dr. Wily, X, Zero, Sigma. I feel like Gen Alpha has ruined that word, so I can no longer say that with confidence. Magma Dragoon, Vile, Tron Mega Man EXE, Base EXE, Roll EXE, Serenade EXE, Sage Harpuya, Heart Note, and Gemini Spark. For classic Mega Man, he added Quickman, Shadowman, Blastman, Duo, Swordman, Skullman, Bass, Pharaohman, Splashwoman, Metalman, Sheepman, and Nightman. For Mega Man X, he added Axel, Alia, Chill Penguin, Colonel, Dynamo, Violent, High Max, Storm Eagle, Dark Madness, Neon Tiger, Crescent Grizzly, Spike Rose Red, and Mercana. And finally, for Mega Man Battle Network, which he creatively called Mega Man FighterZ Network, Shadow Man EXE, Elect Man EXE, Shark Man EXE, Guts Man EXE, Proto Man EXE, Punk EXE, Search Man EXE, Shade Man EXE, Slash EXE, Beast Man EXE, Yamato Man EXE, Dark Man EXE, Cosmo Man EXE, and Nebula Gray. Yeah, one of the viruses. Because I love Mega Man, and also some of the choices were pretty good. But, one problem. Mega Man Volnut, man. He's my favorite Mega Man. I understand. Mega Man Legends isn't that big, and Tron Bonne was the clear better choice for a Legends rep. But if you had to slip in one more Mega Man, I feel like Legends is the way to go. Next up is Xbox Smash, a platform fighter that is likely not to happen due to the state of Microsoft currently. Anyways, who's in this? Well, Steve, Master Chief, Kate Diaz, Banjo and Kazooie, Vault Boy, Joanna Dark, Ori, or Arbiter, whatever it is, Sparrow. Okay, I forgot who the Sparrow was. Anyways, Marcus Phoenix, Blinks, Ryu Hayabusa, Fulgore, Rasputin Aqua, Doomslayer, Augustus Cole, Rash, Alex, Cole, Rash from Battletoads, Sea of Thieves Pirate, Orchid, Dragonborn from Skyrim, Juliana, Noble Six, Corvo Otano, BJ Blazkowicz, Conquer, Parvati, Eddie Riggs, Cuphead, Atriox, Queen Mara, Devoth, Gruntilda, Jack of Blaze, and Hisaka. Yeah, definitely Chai from Hi-Fi Rush should definitely be added. Because his game was so positively received, man. Like, how could you not put Chai in an Xbox crossover game? Since Xbox owns things such as Rare and Bethesda Softworks, or Studios, whatever it is. And, yeah. I play on, like, an Xbox One, because I don't have a Series X or S. So, S tier, I guess. Almost done, we have, like, 4 more games to go. Next up, Mortal Kombat vs. Street Fighter. Huh. I kind of want this game to happen. On the Street Fighter side, you have Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Cammy, Blanca, Rose, Vega, Akuma, Zangief, Poison, Jamie, Cody, M. Bison, Jury, Nash/Charlie, because Charlie is Nash, Nikali, Guile, Sagat, Sea Viper, Gil, and Q. On the Mortal Kombat side, you have Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, Scorpion, Katana, Shang Tsung, Melina, Takeda, Raiden, Cyrax, Sonya Blade, Kano, Jax Briggs, Johnny Cage, Baraka, Goro, Shao Kahn, Jade, Cabal, Reptile, Natar, and Onaga. Okay, I just realized now, and I know some of you are bringing up, like, those, how in the Injustice Rebuild roster, he, like, made some extra fighters for, like, some of the existing fighters, like Batman got, like, some extra Batman, Superman got some extra Superman. It's silly too. Anyways, Mortal Kombat vs. Street Fighter. I don't think this is ever likely, man. It's only like a dream crossover that you can have. So, B tier. Anyways, now for one that, personally, I don't like horror movies. I'm a chicken, literally. I'm scared of them. Well, except for Five Nights at Freddy's. If you can call the FNAF movie a horror movie, not to throw it. Anyways, so what is the ultimate horror crossover? Well, prepare to get spooked as the images of these monsters scroll into your mind. The same thing happened to me. Anyways, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Ghostface, Ash Williams, Sadako, Jigsaw, Pumpkinhead, Pinhead, Pennywise, Chucky, Stripe, Leatherface, Laurie Strode, David, Candyman, the Tall Man, Elvira, Tiffany, The Thing, Pazuzu, Dr. Herbert West, the Leprechaun, Art the Clown, the Djinn, Geomorph, Ellen Ripley, Curry White, Sean, Killer Clowns, Psycho Gorman, Sam, Patrick Bateman, The Predator, El Santo, Tallahassee, Megan, Red, and Beetlejuice. Okay, look. I know some of these, though. I know the top three, Jason, Freddy, and Michael. Like, I know where they're from. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. But, like I said, I don't like horror movies. One positive I will give this builder roster, though, is how it didn't just include, like, the monsters. It also had, like, some of the heroes, like Ash Williams or someone else. I mean, it was so large that they even have to split it into two parts. One part is this one, and the other part is this one. Like, one part is mainly the roster, and the other part is the DLC, and also some extras for the game. I don't know, man. I feel, first of all, I'm not a big fan of horror movies. They creep me out, as I said before. And secondly, would this ever be likely to happen? Cause like, what is this? Anyways, now we're on our final two builder rosters. Super Smash Bros. 6 and Capcom King of Fighters. So anyways, let's start off with Smash Bros. 6. So, basically Smash Bros. 6 was essentially cutting half of the roster and adding new characters to fill in those empty spaces. Who was kept in? Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Wario, Link, Zelda, Ganondorf, Pikachu, Pokemon Trainer, Mewtwo, Greninja, Samus, Dark Samus, Ridley, Fox, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Meta Knight, King D, Villager, Isabelle, Marth, Chrom, Ness, Pit, Shulk, the Mii Fighters, Captain Falcon, Lil Mac, Inkling, Duck Hunt, Bayonetta, Sonic, Pac-Man, Mega Man, Ryu, Cloud, Banjo-Kazooie, Steve, and Sora. You know who was cut? Characters like Sephiroth, you know, filler characters. But there were definitely some popular choices that were cut. Characters such as Yoshi, Lucario, you know, all those. But as for new characters, Waluigi, Paper Mario, Pauline, Captain Toad, Gino, Cynthia, Giovanni, Masquerada, Midna, Skull Kid, Urbosa, Lynn, Elliot, Anna, Dixie Kong, Funky Kong, Callie Maria, Pearl and Marina, Tom Nook, Jan, I will never get that right. Noah Mio, Rex, Bandana Waldy, Black Shadow, Ravenbeak, The Rescue Corps, Twintail, Ashley, Chibi Robo, Andy, Isaac, Starfy, Saki Amaya, Karate Joe, Shovel Knight, Chun-Li, Soma Cruz, Shantae, Phoenix Wright, Miles Edgeworth, Shadow, and Doomslayer. Wow. Okay, this feels like Smash Bros. Ultimate if Sorgi made Smash Bros. Ultimate in 2024. S tier, because I love Smash Bros. And for the final build of the roster today, at least as of the time of writing and recording, Capcom King of Fighters. Like Sega Smash Bros., he essentially made another what if situation. This time, what if Capcom made King of Fighters instead of SNK? With all their famous properties. So who would be in there? So this is essentially Capcom versus Capcom. Well, for the first Capcom King of Fighters, the first roster, Team World Warriors, New Challengers, Shadowloo, Metro City, 20XX, Night Warriors, Commando, and Adventure. Who are the characters? Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Cammy, T-Hawk, and Fate Long, Balrog, Vega, Sagat, Guy, Cody, Hagar, Mega Man, Proto Man, Roll, Dimitri, Morgan, Victor, Captain, Baby, and Mummy Commandos, and Pure, Arthur, and Michelle Hart. Now for the next King of Fighters, Capcom King of Fighters, which is basically the four-person team setup. Team World Warriors, New Generation, Ninjutsu, Justice, Special Forces, Future Force, Stars, and the single entries. both of them being from Street Fighter. Evil Ryu and Akuma. For the characters, Ryu, Ken, Sakura, Sean, Alex, Makoto, Yun, Elena, Hiryu, Ibuki, Maki, and Lin Kurosawa. Batsu, Haneda, Kyosuke, Ran Hibiki, Chun-Li, Cammy, Guile, and Nash. Much better. X-Zero, Jin, Hayato, and Jill, Chris, Claire, and Leon, and Evil Ryu and Akuma. The next King of Fighters had some returning teams, but then they had some new ones. Devil May Cry, Beautiful, Night Warriors, Adventure, Samurai Heroes, Special Forces, Stars, Umbrella, NetNavi, and our single entrants. But some of these teams you may notice are returning, but they have new members. So anyways, Dante, Trish, Lady, Beautiful Joe, Sylvia, Captain Blue Jr., Felicia, Sunko, I won't list off Morgan again, Ruby Hart, Amingo, Sonson, Sonata, Sarutobi, Takeda, Cammy, Leon Spencer. Okay, then Morgan, Chris, Shiva, Jill, Wesker, Nemesis, Krauser, Mega Man, Rolling Gutsman EXE, all three are Battle Network EXEs, and the single entries. Nero from Devil May Cry, Frank West from Dead Rising, and Yuki Hideyasu. No idea who they are. And finally, essentially King of Fighters 15. Team World Warriors, Ryu, Chun-Li, and Guile. Team Metro City, Luke, Jamie, Kimberly. Team Slam Masters, Zangief, Rainbow Mika, and Hagar. Team Fatale, Jury, Sea Viper, and Edda Wong. Team Devil May Cry, Nero, Dante, and V. Team Justice, Akira, Tiffany, and Sakura. Team Four Lords, Lady Dimitrescu, Heisenberg, and Donna. Team Hunters, Monster Hunter, Arizon, and Tessa. Okay, that's a lot of Tessa. Team Future Fighters, Jin, Captain Commando, and Yellow Iris. Team Maverick Hunters, X-Zero and Axel. Team Special Forces, Cammy, Leon, and Regina. Team Night Warriors, Jeddah, QB, Lilith. Team Bosses, M. Bison, Virgil, and Wesker. Team Robot Masters, Weetzel, Sigma, and Seth. Again, I can never say Sigma without confidence, so thanks for that, Gen Alpha. You've ruined my life. Team Fortune, Maya, Nina, and Manat. Team Treasure Hunters, Edward Falcon, Ruby Heart, and Maria. And Team Clover, Beautiful Joe, John, and Amaterasu. S tier. So there. That is it. Capcom King of Fighters. In S tier, we have Marvel vs. Capcom 4, the hypothetical sequel to this massively popular crossover series. Capcom King of Fighters, a what-if scenario in which Capcom made King of Fighters instead of SNK. Sega Smash Bros., another what-if scenario. This time, instead of going to Nintendo, Sakurai would go to Sega to make Smash Bros. TMNT Tournament Fighters 2, a sequel to the much-loved TMNT Tournament Fighters, specifically on the SNES. The Super Smash Bros. 6, basically Smash on the Switch too. Xbox Smash, Xbox characters in a platform fighter. Tekken Cross Street Fighter, the hopefully much better sequel to the terrible Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And One Piece Fighters, taking the idea of Dragon Ball Fighters and placing it onto your favorite pirate Devil Fruit anime. In the 8th tier, we have Injustice 3, not just the threequel, but the finale to the Injustice trilogy of fighting games. Mega Man Fighters, not only a Mega Man roster, but also a roster for Classic Mega Man, Mega Man X, and Mega Man Battle Network. BlazBlue Cross Guilty Gear, or Guilty Gear Cross BlazBlue. Essentially an Arc System Works in-house crossover between their two popular fighting games. Capcom vs. SNK 3. Same deal as MVC 4, but instead of Marvel, it's Capcom. It's lower because I'm less familiar with SNK than I am with Marvel. Indie Smash, taking your favorite indie game characters and putting them in Smash Bros. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2. Yep, all your favorite PlayStation characters and PlayStation-related characters. Rock Ryu. Add Spider-Man, even though he was an honorable mention. In the B tier, we have Castlevania Judgement 2, a sequel to a weird arena fighter. Mortal Kombat Cross Street Fighter, or versus Street Fighter. The 90s crossover of our dreams. Pokken Tournament 2, the most unlikely sequel of them all. and Darkstalkers 4. Second place behind Pokken Tournament 2 for being the most unlikely sequel. And finally, the worst one, at least in my opinion, the ultimate horror crossover fighting game. As he said in those two videos, he loves horror movies. But I don't, man. I get creeped out by them all the time. Though I will say, Jason making it into Smash Bros. Not Smash Bros. Multiverses is a milestone. So, the only option that's left is everything about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm sure some people want that. So that's going to conclude this tier list. Like and subscribe right now. Let me know what your favorite builder roster by Thorgy's Arcade is. Also, a new community poll will be set up, so you can vote. Bye-bye.